Today I want to invite you into a discussion, and I just want to talk to you a bit about purpose, because many times many of us we face frustration with where we're in our lives. We're not really happy with our jobs or our businesses or maybe our finances or relationships. So many things start to go haywire in our lives, and we kind of wonder, why us, why me, why? I mean, I'm a good person, why is this happening to me, right? We ask ourselves these questions, and the truth is that when you know what your purpose is, you automatically create a shift, and these kinds of problems no longer bother you. Because when you know what your purpose is, you start to live life in the way that you're meant to live. You start to walk in the path that you're called to walk on. And I know that maybe you might think, but I don't know my purpose. And that's exactly why I want to do this video today. Because until you find your purpose, true joy, true happiness, true passion will never truly be yours. It will always be a distant hope, an aspiration. But I want you to know that just because you're not knowing your purpose right now, it doesn't mean that you won't know what your purpose is. And so I want to invite you to take a journey with me to help you discover your purpose. Now, when we were kids, right? We were bold and bright and so enthusiastic. We were so pure and just joyful. There was such beauty about us as kids. And somehow, as we began to grow, we began to understand things like judgment. And we started to dim our lights. We started to make ourselves small. We started to hide ourselves and hide the path and the purposes within us, because we always thought about being accepted, being loved. And rightly so, we are human beings, and that's our desire. We want to be accepted, we want to be loved. But unfortunately, we've been doing that at the expense of our purpose. And so on today's video, I want to just talk to you a bit about how you can go about living your life on purpose. But before I start telling you that, I want to tell you a bit about myself first, because just not too long ago, I myself was facing the same struggle. I had gone through my quarter life crisis. I was somewhat depressed. I was in my room in the dark, hiding. I'm always a social butterfly, but somehow in that period of my life, I was just frustrated and wanted to be away from people. And it made me hide who I was. I was hiding because I felt lost. I never felt like I knew what I was supposed to be doing with my life. And then I made a decision. I decided I was going to start my own business and my own company. I was going to be a coach, because I was already a social worker, so I knew how to work with people, but I always worked for companies or organizations. And so I told myself, I'm going to be a coach. I'm going to help people doing what I do as a social worker, but I'm going to do it for my own company, my own organization. Little did I know that when I started that journey, I would have been pulled in so many different directions, like internet marketing and all these other things of how you're supposed to do and what you're supposed to do and who you're supposed to be, and all these things that were masking who Chanel, Miss Inspirer, really was. And so it wasn't until I shook off that drama of being other people and meeting other people's expectations, it wasn't until I did that I finally got all these clients. People started to look for me. Clients were calling me, asking me for sessions, because I didn't even have any more sessions left. And it was just incredible, because before I thought to get clients, you have to do what she's doing, you have to follow what that person's doing, or you have to do ads, you have to do all these things. And so I felt like if I wasn't doing that, then I was failing. But the moment I let go of all that rubbish, let go of all that nonsense of being like somebody else, the moment I was authentic and genuine to me and started being me, dressing how I wanted to dress in a photo shoot, laughing if I want to laugh in a photo shoot, being myself, being myself and putting myself in my business, that's when it exploded. Another example I can give you was a time in the past when before I became an entrepreneur and started my own company and everything, I always wanted to work as a social worker. I wanted to work as an international social worker. I wanted to help people all across the world. I wanted to inspire people. And that's partially why I have 3 master's degrees from 3 different countries in social work. But at the time, I knew that was what I wanted. And it was because I was so purposeful. I knew that there was something bigger than me calling me to go to all these countries and to travel and to help so many people. And so I was able to manifest 48,000 euros to fund my travel so that I could help people across this world as a social worker, right? Another time when I was so purposeful was when I decided for my first job interview. I remember I just graduated from my undergraduate degree as a social worker, and I said, I'm going to get this job. I saw the job in the newspaper and I told myself, this is the job for me. I'm not even applying for another job. And I went in there and I was so purposeful that it didn't matter if they thought I was too young, too inexperienced. It didn't matter what anybody else thought, because I was getting that job. And it was because of my purpose. I knew that that set of persons in that organization were the exact people that I wanted to help, that I wanted to minister to, that I wanted to reach and touch and change their lives. And it was like that. And I believe that when we start to follow our purposes, the things around us just start to shift. Because we put ourselves in this vortex when we are following our purpose, that our heart just connects with all the right people. It connects with all the right opportunities. As I was saying about in my business, when I decided what my purpose was, speaking engagements started to show up. Events for me to work, persons wanted me to work at their events. These things started to show up. Opportunities started to manifest themselves because I was clear about what I wanted. I knew what my purpose was. And so right now, if it is that you are a student, maybe you're looking for a job, or maybe you're an entrepreneur, it doesn't really matter. The process is the same. Until you know what your purpose is and start to follow that purpose, you will not be happy. You will not. It doesn't matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter how many events and parties you go to. If you're doing that from a purposeless place, you will be on a lonely road. And so I am all for persons finding their purpose. And that's why I do what I do. That's why I teach this topic. That's why I work with persons on this topic. Because not only have I seen the transformation in my own life for over a period of years, time and time again, I've proven this method of being purposeful, but I've also worked with over 600 persons aged 18 to 29, helping them to find their purpose so that they can live a bigger life, so that they can be the person they were meant to be. Right? Because as I said before, as kids, we were created with this seed of greatness within us. And many people in our lives might have tried to destroy it. But the biggest person in our life who destroys this seed is us. We destroy that seed ourselves because we don't take the time to nourish and nurture the purpose that was given to us. And today, I want you to know that you don't have to do that anymore. You don't have to do that anymore, because if you continue to kill that seed that's within you, there's so many more people who are dying. Their seeds are dying because you are hiding your greatness. When we let ourselves shine so brightly, we allow other people to see their path. But until you know what your purpose is, you won't be shining. You'll just be another, I don't even know, you'll just be another thing, just floating around in the air without a purpose. But why? You don't have to do that. And so I want to encourage you that it's time. It's time. It doesn't matter where you are in your life. I get messages, I get emails so many times from people asking me about how can they find a good partner. All these questions. And the thing is, even to find a partner, it takes you being on purpose. Because until you're on purpose, the wrong people will find you. And then you're going to be like, oh, how did I attract this person to me? because you weren't living in line with your true purpose. You wonder why you can't get that job, why you can't get into that school. Rejection, everywhere you go, there's rejection. Why? Because you're not following your purpose. And I want you to know that you are not alone. Don't feel like you're on this journey alone, because you are not. I've been there. Many people are going through it right now, but I'm telling all of you that you don't have to stay in that place. It has to be a burning desire for you to want to know your purpose so much, because here's the thing, life is short. Life is short, okay? I lost my mother when I was 15. She was 41 when she died. My little sister was 8 years old. Life is not going to wait on you. Life is not going to wait on you. When you realize that there's a bigger purpose waiting for you and you claim that purpose, then you can truly start to live. But let me tell you something. If you decide that you're not going to find what your purpose is and you're not going to follow your purpose, God and the universe is not going to wait on you to wake up. He will, or God will, the universe will inspire other people to do what you were meant to do, while you waste away your life worrying and angry and upset because you don't have all the things you think you should have. Are you following your purpose? Do you really deserve those things? Are you in line with your purpose? Are you in line with the things? And so I know I might be a bit rough on you today in this video, but it's because I want to see you thrive. I'm tired of seeing my fellow millennials, my fellow young, fabulous women who have so much potential, so much talent, waste their lives away because they're too busy thinking about, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that. Stop whining. Stop. Find your purpose, live your purpose, and start to create the world that you know you are meant to live in. Start creating the world that you know you're meant to live in. I'm tired of seeing my fellow beautiful women, like fabulous ladies. Come on, wake up. There's a little girl right now, somewhere in the Caribbean, waiting on you. I'm from the Caribbean, so I can say the Caribbean. Waiting on you to know what your purpose is, so that she can understand that she can live her purpose as well. When you hide your light, you leave other people in darkness. And so I just want to give you this inspiration to wake you up a bit, to let you realize that you don't have to continue on this path of teeter-tottering around, meeting dead ends every minute. Because when you have that purpose, the winds of change, the winds of transformation are with you. The universe, God is with you, and you see the progress, you see the growth. And so today I just want to invite you to take the time. Find what your purpose is. Find that purpose. Okay? And in this video, I just want to encourage you. I just really want to encourage you, because you have it within you and you're meant for greatness. So if it is that you know that it's your time, if you know that you're ready to find what your purpose is, you're sick and tired of being trapped in a box, society's box, your parents' box, your partner's box, all these boxes that are preventing you from really shining. If it is that you are ready and you know that it's your time to live your dream life, then send me an email. Send me an email and we can schedule a 30-minute consultation clarity call. And let's talk about it. Let's see how we can help you to finally find what your purpose is, so you can transform your life. Okay? So send me an email at admin@missinspirer.com. And I really hope that you're able to move past this challenge and this fog and not being able to see what is meant for you. Okay? So just message me, send me a message, shout out to me, send me a message on Facebook, whatever it is, reach out to me. And let's get you that clarity that you need. Because for you to really live your bold life that you are meant to live, you have to find your purpose. And I'm ready to be here to guide you and help you.